It's where propaganda keeps coming through. One second. All right, be wary of the illusions of the physical world. Trickery to keep humanity in separation consciousness. Yep, duality. The dark forces are still, or the dark energies are still very much in control of this. The third dimension, the vibration of the earth is rising at this time, but that just means the dark energies are just working harder to keep people in separation consciousness and duality, which is, for example, Republican versus Democrat. Okay. Black versus white. American versus like, say, European, Asians. You get the idea. Okay. Right. Christians versus Muslims and Jews. See, that's duality. That's the third dimension. This is what keeps people in separation consciousness, not unity consciousness. Separation consciousness lowers the vibration of the planet. When we separate ourselves into groups and subgroups and so on, labeling each other, that's what keeps everybody in the third dimensional consciousness instead of the 4D and the 5D, which is what raises the vibrational frequency of the earth and disperses the dark energies because they can't integrate those higher light frequencies of the higher dimensions, such as the 5D. At some point in the future, we rise up to that higher consciousness, unity consciousness, which is 5D. The dark energies will no longer be able to have control of the third dimension, physical world. And that's our goal. That's where we have to get to. But nobody's going to get to that if we continue to see ourselves as this group versus that group, Republican versus Democrat, black versus white, American versus European, Asians, Russians, whatever it is, Mexicans, right? Christians versus Muslims, Jews. Hold on one sec. Okay. We need to see each other as one collective consciousness, because we are all connected. It's like a big grid that stretches all across the earth. My energy affects your energy. My thoughts, my emotions help create the reality of this third dimension just as much as yours does. If millions of people are in a low vibration, depressed, angry, hating on somebody else, or a group of people, that basically is helping to manifest more events that match that vibrational frequency. School shootings, war, okay. Any kind of bad event that you basically see on the news. Just remember that the elite, the dark energies, are in control of the mass media to help keep people in the separation consciousness by only broadcasting bad things. You know what I'm talking about? Tragic events, murder, for example. Yes, shootings. Fear-mongering. Yes, fear-mongering. Fear-mongering. Beware of what you're believing when you're watching the news or reading it. Big Pharma definitely has control over what is put out in the mass media. That's why you see so many drug advertisements, so many drug commercials. Whether you see them on TV or online, they're everywhere. Propaganda. They're lies. Drugs don't cure you, they make you sick. Okay. All right. There's been news recently of like outbreaks of measles that killed like thousands of people or something. Yeah. Again, who controls the mass media? It's fear mongering and trickery to get people to go get vaccinations, mass vaccinations. Very rarely in the news does anybody ever hear about deaths caused by vaccinations? No, but they put out news articles that tell you that thousands of people died from an outbreak of some disease like measles or something. Or polio that came through. They're just trying to get you to vaccinate yourself. Scare you into vaccinating yourself with these harmful chemicals that don't do anything for you except weaken your immune system. Any foreign substance that is put in the body, right? How is that going to cure you? It's only going to throw your body out of balance physically, energetically. All diseases start energetically and manifest as physical symptoms, conditions, dis-ease. Other articles may go the opposite direction and tell you that vaccinations are saving lives in many third world countries where like supposedly they're wiping out diseases because mass vaccinations are being done. Again, more propaganda. Where's the proof that any of these vaccinations actually help people, cure people? They don't. But Big Pharma wants you to believe that, so you'll go out and inject yourself with these toxins, because another thing going on is the population of the earth. Depopulation. One thing the dark energies don't want you to believe is that there's enough for everybody, that we're running out of resources, and that we got to watch how many kids that we have, because there's not enough for everybody. Resources are being wasted, they're limited, blah, 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 blah. They keep everybody in a scarcity mindset that there's not enough. Again, it's a form of control, but at the same time, they're killing people with these deadly chemicals, these drugs. They're poisoning the skies, they're poisoning the land. Chemtrails. Trying to block frequencies coming from the sun that are healing people. Another thing they don't want you to know is that the sun heals you. It doesn't kill you. It doesn't cause skin cancer. It stimulates the production of vitamin D in your skin, which produces a tan, which protects you from sunburn. That's your natural sun protection. But you'll hear doctors tell you that your tan is sun damage. It's pretty funny. It's like how it doesn't even make sense. I don't know how anybody, when you start to awaken, it's just a laugh. It's like, how did I ever believe that? It doesn't even make any sense. Why would the sun give you sun cancer? or sun cancer, skin cancer. Do any other species on this planet get skin cancer from the sun? No. Pigs have skin just like we do. But you don't see them out running around with suntan lotion, which has all those deadly toxic chemicals in them that absorb into your skin, right? Into your blood and circulate. Think of all those chemicals that are circulating throughout that are being absorbed and circulating throughout your body. And you end up with skin cancer. Oh, blame it on the sun. The sun protects you from cancer. The sun heals so much and is just made out to be like Lex Luthor, Godzilla, this villain that's out to get you. Oh, it's like it sneaks into your windows, It's like coming after you. It's like, oh my God, cover yourself up in the sun. We don't want it to get you and give you a disease. It's like following you. Oh my gosh. Don't sit on the porch. It might reach you. It's just crazy. The dangerous rays of the sun. Ooh, scary. God does not make mistakes. We were created to be out in the sun. We tan because it enables us to stay out in the sun longer. The darker that we get. And hey, it looks good too. It makes you look healthy, so yeah. All right. Yeah. When you ascend to a higher state of consciousness, you just laugh. It's like, how could I be so blind? It's like, how could I ever fall for that? And then you get, first you get angry, and then you just kind of, oh my God. It's so laughable. It's so laughable. The lies that we're told and that we believe. From the government. And yeah. Well, the government is manipulated by the dark energies. So presidential elections, national elections are predetermined. I don't think a lot of people want to hear that, but yeah, it's true. Well, I don't want to get too much into that, so. I mean, does it really make any sense that it isn't? Or that they aren't predetermined? Ooh, the dark energies want to stay in control. And the lower that your vibration is, like a lot of these politicians are, the easier it is for them to attach themselves and attach themselves to people and manipulate them. That's why it's important to be aware of your vibrational frequency. Ask for protection. Ask Archangel Michael, ask Jesus, whoever you believe in. Instead of sending hate out to everybody because they disagree with you, send love. because the 3D world's an illusion. And it's all created by the collective as a whole. If most of the world is in a low vibration, then the world that you create is going to match that vibration. And you continue to get these tragic events that you're constantly seeing in the news. I don't watch the news that much, so I can't really give too many details or too many examples, but you know what I mean. So think about what could the world look like if everybody was in a state of unconditional love in 5D unity consciousness? There wouldn't be any war, there wouldn't be any hunger, there wouldn't be any murder, rape, etc., etc. So something to think about. Okay. Love and light.